Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. I'm going to be talking about the bonus depreciation for qualified improvement property. Please move the slide. Thank you. This is kind of like an easy fix. It was supposed to be in technical corrections, and unfortunately, a disaster had to make it happen. But this is what's happening in terms of technical corrections. It's supposed to increase liquidity, meaning to get cash, well-needed cash, into taxpayers' hands. And even though the times are trying to hopefully incentivize people going forward to now have this bonus depreciation for qualified improvement property, or known as QIP. The industries that are really affected are the hospitality industries, more so restaurants, and also real estate. It is effective for property placed in service after December 31st, 2017. The 2017 TCJA allowed for 100% of bonus depreciation. It was supposed to apply to qualified improvement property, such as qualified leasehold, retail, and restaurant improvements. But what was known as a retail glitch precluded taxpayers from taking advantage of the tax break. It was purely a drafting error, unintentional. CARES Act, however, provides a fix. What is qualified improvement property? It's any interior improvement to non-residential real property. That's key. Non-residential real property, first placed in service. Must be an improvement to an existing building, first placed in service. Includes lighting, exit signs. Does not include enlargement of a building, elevator or escalator, or the interior structural framework of a building. Can, however, include non-structural improvements to common areas of a building. So again, the CARES Act provides this fix. Please move the slide. Thank you. By making qualified improvement property now 15-year recovery property as compared to 39. This was the glitch, meaning that, again, it was unintentional, but it was for bonus, it's only for property with a recovery of 20 years, recovery period of 20 years or less. For whatever reason, again, a drafting error, qualified improvement property under the old law had a 39-year life and therefore was not eligible for bonus. Qualified improvement property also was assigned a 20-year class life for ADS, alternative depreciation system, and also, which will be discussed later by Michael, in terms of 163J, when a real property election is made, it's 20-year and no bonus. One thing that was noted under the new law, which was interesting, is that the new law specifically clarifies that QIP only includes improvements made by the taxpayer. So there's a lot of question as to what that means, meaning that most of the time you would only be able to depreciate improvements that you place in service. But there's a lot of issues on that, and I think that we certainly need further clarification. Will the UNICAP rules, which include property, which defines property produced by or for a taxpayer, will they apply to determine if QIP is made by the taxpayer? The inclusion of this language also may mean that partnership basis adjustments arising when a partner sells their interest may not qualify for bonus depreciation for the portion of the purchase price applicable to QIP. Clarification is needed. And also the phrase likely rules out bonus depreciation used the bonus depreciation on used QIP, meaning that the inference clearly seems to mean that improvements to a non-residential building acquired by a taxpayer after having been previously placed in service by another taxpayer, more likely than not will not meet the modified definition of qualified of QIP, even if otherwise all the criteria are met. To sum it up, what this now provides us with is refund potential, which is obviously key. And I'm going to turn it over to others who will be talking about how to do this in terms of claiming refunds or amending returns. And also, my partner Eugene will be talking about the state ramifications, because we're only talking about federal, and there might be ramifications in terms of now electing this bonus on the state consequences.